Welcome back to the Almost Monthly podcast. After a few episodes here on the admin side of the world, we are going back across the street to the Service and Support Administration Department with our friend Lisa Korody. Thank you for being here, Lisa.
Hello.
Did I say it correctly, first of all?
Unfortunately not.
Is it
Korody.
not pronounced Lisa?
Yeah. Lisa, really. But Korody.
Korody.
Korody,
Got
yes.
it.
What's unfortunate is my voicemail says it Korody, so everyone calls me Korody. So I suppose I could change it, but
I wish I could say that's where I got it from, but
that's fine.
it's...
No worries. No offense taken.
Yeah, I mean, English is my second language, so you do have to forgive
Sure, I will.
those shortcomings. Anyway, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Thank you for being here. You have been at the board yearish, 2 years-ish?
It'll be 2 years on February 12th.
2 years on, wow, just
Like right now.
short time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And how have those 2 years been?
Very fun. I have a really wonderful team that I work with. I've got a great boss. Shout out to Nicole. She's wonderful.
Whatever.
Yeah. My caseload is fun. Always keeps me on my toes, and just some really great clients I work with.
And if I can recall from your first week of orientation and the class that I led, I think you said you were coming from California.
That's right.
How did that come to be?
Well, it's a long story, so I can give you the abridged version.
No, let's take the long version. Let's start with where you're
Where I'm from originally.
from, where childhood began.
I grew up outside of Chicago.
Okay.
So suburbs of Chicago, went to high school there. My folks still live there in a condo, town called Palatine, right near the train tracks in Northwest Chicago. Went out to school in Davenport, Iowa for 4 years. And then after college, I decided I did not want to get a real job. So I volunteered with AmeriCorps, which is like the domestic Peace Corps. And I took myself down to Charleston, South Carolina, and did service there in the Southeast for 10 months. So I lived in Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana, North and South Carolina for short periods of time while we were doing projects around there. Then moved back to Illinois and moved to North Carolina again for a job with a running store. That was not what I really wanted. I wanted to do more with my career with the running store, and I wanted to possibly own a running store. And the program was to go and learn with another owner.
Okay.
And she wasn't super helpful, in my opinion. So previous owners of the store outside of Chicago lived in Cincinnati, Ohio. So I was in touch with him, and he said, come to Cincinnati. We're doing great stuff with the running store. And I said, okay, fine. So I picked up again and moved to Cincinnati.
What is the name of this store?
Fleet Feet Sports.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So they've got probably 200 plus locations around the country. I've had the wonderful opportunity to work in 3 of those locations, in different states.
Okay.
So I went to Cincinnati, and I loved it. Cincinnati's an amazing town. Amazing town. Met my husband there. We got married in 2016.
Further adds the amazingness, obviously.
Yes.
Right.
So it has got a very special place in our heart in Cincinnati. Right. And he did not love his job at the time we got married. And he's another one that will just pick up and go and do fun stuff. So he had an opportunity outside LA to work, and he's like, do you want to move to California? I'm like, yeah. And we moved.
Without hesitation, without, let me sleep on it, without...
Well, we went out to try to find a place. And we flew into LAX and drove up the Pacific Coast Highway and up through a canyon road in Malibu. And I was like, oh, we are moving here. And we didn't have children then. We didn't have our dog that we have now. So it was just the two of us. And we thought, heck, we might as well go for an adventure.
Right.
So we moved out to Thousand Oaks, California
And what year was that?
What's that?
What year?
That was 2017.
Okay.
So we were married there we celebrated our first anniversary in California. And through fires and earthquakes and evacuations and 2 children. Our families were getting older. So we were like, maybe it's time to get back to the Midwest. So
His family's Cincinnati.
his family's Cleveland.
Cleveland. Okay.
We've got all sorts of sea towns around.
All your Rust Belt
Yeah.
charm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we moved back in 2023. And then I started here in early 24.
So was anything lined up here, or you just wanted to find an equidistant city between Chicago and Cleveland?
So he got his job first in Ann Arbor,
Okay.
which kind of then led us to where are we going to live? Where am I going to find a job? So oddly enough, I had a good friend from California move to Cincinnati about 8 months before we did. She's also in disability services. Her husband works for the Hamilton County Board of DD. And she said, if you're trying to find a job, find a local board of DD and find a job there. And I said, okay. So that's what I did.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you have prior experience in the DD system or IDD individuals?
Yeah, absolutely. Excuse me. Through most of all of my career with social services is with the DD population. In California, I work for their regional center system, which is just like what we do here, but bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So case management, and I was a mentor there for a little while. It was fun. So I thought it would be kind of an easy kind of transition from that to this.
And did that prove to be so?
Yes.
For the most part?
Yes. Yes. Getting used to the way the board does things and the paperwork and all of that kind of stuff. Took a solid year, but I feel like I've got a pretty good handle on what my job is now and how to do it the best way.
Okay. You mentioned the running store, but I feel like you undersold your passion for running in the first place. And I've come to learn that we're both I'm a former, certainly. I can't speak for you, but I'm a former runner. But talk about your love for running.
So the love for running started when I was like 14 years old. So I've been at this for many, many moons now. And I didn't do sports when I was growing up at all. We didn't do t-ball or soccer or whatever. It just wasn't what my mom and dad wanted to put us in. And I was running with a friend in gym class, and there was an outdoor track, and I was keeping up with her. She says, "You should join cross country." And I was like, "What's that?" She's like, "This. It's running in grass." I was like, all right, whatever.
Right.
So my mom was like, just take it easy. Only go to a couple of practices and only go to a couple of meets. So I did that. And my coach at the end of my 7th grade year was like, could you please commit to this in the 8th grade? So, you can, because you're pretty good at this. And I thought, oh, wow, no one really has ever told me that before. So over the summer, I went to 2 running camps with a local high school.
Wow.
Did pretty well. In 8th grade, did the same kind of running camps going into freshman year. And I ran all through high school and all through college on scholarship. And then I stopped because I was sick of it. Being made to run for so many years of your life is done. And I wanted to have a choice in the matter.
So what events did you run in high school and then college?
So cross country, which was at the time 3 miles, 2.5 miles maybe in Illinois.
Yeah, because they're most of them are like a 5K ish, right?
Yeah, and then college I ran 5K. And so I think now the girls run longer. They run maybe 4 miles, but I ran 5Ks. And then in track, I did everything from the 400, not successfully.
400 is a brutal event.
Yeah, the mile was kind of my specialty in high school. In college, I ran steeplechase, which is a lot of fun. You've seen the Olympics, I'm sure, that, they're running over barriers and in the moat, the water and stuff like that.
Right.
That's great fun. Through javelin one meet because we needed to score some points. I don't know.
Any spills off the steeplechase?
No. Because I'm tall enough that I can hurdle over them. I didn't have to step on them, Most girls would step on them and jump off, like catch their toe, so I could just bloop right over.
You said you have completed 6 full marathons and at least 20 half marathons.
Yes.
Name the 6. Let's start with that.
Chicago in 2010 was my very first one. I did Chicago again in 2015. I ran the Illinois Marathon in Champaign, Illinois, where the University of Illinois is.
Nice.
That was my best time at 3:52. And then I ran the Quad Cities Marathon, where I went to college. Did miserably there. I had a sprained foot. Just did that 2 weeks before, fell down some stairs, decided still to do the marathon. I don't recommend it.
I mean, most runners are masochistic, so that makes sense. That
I was
you
like,
would just
it
torture
feels,
yourself, right?
it feels good today. It'll definitely feel good after 4 hours of running on it. It didn't. What else did I do? I did Raleigh, North Carolina.
Yes.
And what does that make? Oh, I did the LA Marathon when we were in California.
Very nice. So,
Yeah.
athletic accomplishments aside, what was your favorite out of those?
Oh, LA was a lot of fun. I trained by myself, which was kind of a new thing for me. I always would train with people or lead people in training and stuff like that. But LA was fun because it was a beautiful day. I had friends from Cincinnati that live in California. They came up to see us, former running friends as well. I was hitting my paces right on. And I don't know, it was a really great day. The first marathon is always very memorable, of course. It was on 10-10-10. So that's always kind of sticks out.
And to do it at a renowned race like Chicago is obviously
like my hometown race.
And your hometown race, right?
Ran with my my good friend from high school who also ran cross country and track. She's really the one that pulled me back into the long distance running after I had been off for so long. So it was joyful to finish with her. Very joyful.
Who won that race?
Not me.
No, between the two of you, I mean.
Oh, I think she let me step in. Just like I one-stepped her, which is not very nice, but we were holding hands during that time, so she could have leaned in a little bit.
Right.
But, after 4.5 hours of running, you don't want to go anywhere.
Whatever, right. Yeah.
My reaction to her when we finished, I hit her on the shoulder. I said, "Let's do it again." And she said, "Shut your mouth."
You have also enjoyed traveling and exploring new places. Talk to me about your travels.
Yeah, so I love to just visit new towns and get into the culture. And I haven't done much like international traveling, but I love to just get in the car and go on a road trip and find a new cute little place to enjoy. Find the new restaurants, that kind of stuff.
What is a cute and little place you've discovered recently?
Toledo? No, I don't know. Sorry. I don't know. We haven't, with the kids, we don't do too much.
This is definite Los Angeles to the Midwest thing, that Toledo's now a cute, small little place.
Isn't it?
And we think we're Toledo,
Yeah. I mean, in California, we went, Ojai is a really beautiful area. It's probably 50 or 60 miles west of LA, or maybe even further. It's beautiful up in the mountains, cool air blowing from the oceans. Lovely.
You mentioned kiddos. Can you talk a little bit more about them?
Yeah. So Max is 5, going on 15. He'll turn 6 in March. And then my youngest is Peter, and he will be 4 this year.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Are they
Insane. They're full. They are 100%. I hate using like the stereotypical kind of like gender norms, but they are full boys. Wrestling, building things. We're heavy into Legos right now in my house. So there's Legos everywhere. And Max does not want Peter touching anything ever. Ever. Mom, he's touching my Legos. I don't care.
But you have to. Then suddenly you're playing favoritism toward one instead of the other one.
One gets something, the other needs something else.
Right.
So we just have mountains of stuff in our house, which is fine. which is fine.
Yeah. Any extracurriculars, soccer or any activities you have them in?
No, Max really is not interested in sports at all,
Okay.
which is surprising to me. He wants to do music. He's got a little drum set in his bedroom, so he really enjoys building stuff, doing stuff with his hands, those kinds of things. Pete did gymnastics, and I think we're going to try soccer starts for him when the weather gets a little bit better.
Nice.
He's more athletic than Max. Sorry, buddy.
Let's see here. What else were we going to talk about? Oh, you enjoy your favorite places to eat in town.
Yeah. Have you been to the original Sub Shop?
You know what? I this is going to be a major party foul, particularly for a long time resident here, but I have never ever been.
Do you know where it is, though?
I think it's on the east side, right? Like downtownish,
Downtownish, like right
across the
before.
river.
No, it's on our side of the river. Right before Broadway turns into Summit, there's the Frida Kahlo.
Right.
It's that building.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't know where it was.
I went there yesterday because I had a very weird day, and I thought, I need a sandwich. They're delicious.
What is your go-to there?
They have something called a Happy Goat.
Oh, my.
It's a sub sandwich
Okay.
with turkey and arugula and like peppered goat cheese and this really nice fruit jam on it. They can toast it for you if you're interested. They have all sorts of different kind of goat cheese sandwiches, but not just goat cheese. They've got all sorts of like different subs. And I think we've ordered lunch from there once.
We did?
Not you and me, but like
Right.
as the board. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I have had it. Have I?
They have really good chocolate chip cookies too.
Regardless, this is a bad time to talk. I mean, why would we do this over lunch hour and talk about lunch? And
Why did we get subs and eat on the air?
Right. That's what we should have. That's what we should have done. But what else do you enjoy doing when you're not, doing the Lord's work with your individuals here?
We like to be outside with two little boys who are very active. We are outside all the time, either in the backyard. We go to the metro parks. They're riding their bikes around, that kind of stuff. We have a dog, so he likes to be out and about all the time too.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are the? Well, let me ask you this: so you have 5 and 3. I have 4, 9, and 11.
Oh, you have 3. Wonderful.
Is bedtime? I'm a totally different person. You would not recognize me. You would not believe this person exists in me. You would not believe this volume can be reached with such a generally nice person. Tell me it's somewhat the same environment in your house.
It's comforting to hear you say that because it is chaos in the house. Last night, I got to do everything by myself because my husband was at a dinner for work. So pick them both up, walk the dog, make dinner, make them eat the dinner, do 2 baths, do 2 bedtimes, and make sure that they stay in their beds and don't bother me. We were only moderately unsuccessful yesterday. The youngest popped out of his bed at 10 o'clock at night. I was watching my Food Network show. And so, but it is chaotic.
Yeah.
It's chaotic most of the time, to tell you the truth. Yeah, people would not recognize me as a mom in my own house. If you peered in the window, you'd be like, what?
Right. 100%. Yeah.
And it's like I said, it is comforting to hear other parents go through the chaos that I do as well.
But I struggle with is that the real me, or is daytime away from the kids me the real me?
It has to be both.
Right?
It has to be both. Because you're not a tyrant here. Maybe you're not a tyrant.
I did not
either.
say I was a tyrant.
Sorry to be.
Maybe briefly at bedtime, but
yeah. I don't know. I think sometimes.
Though my kids would probably agree with you that is probably an apt descriptor of their dad. But
I think I need at least to have a lot of patience with this job, dealing with the families and the clients and the workload and everything. So sometimes I use up all of my patience, unfortunately, before I get to my darling children. And I want to be left alone sometimes, but that's hard when you've
Amen.
got monkeys crawling all over you. So
I hear that. So, moving on from board stuff just to the random questionnaire, if you don't
yeah,
mind
no, I don't mind at all.
indulging me in this request.
Sure.
Where do I begin? I'm going to give you an easy one.
Softball question. Like it. I like it. Get ready to fill water here.
What is the trait you most deplore in others?
There's so many. Oh, dishonesty,
Okay.
untimeliness, like not being on time. That might be it. I'm sure there's more, but those are the top. Those are the top
Solid.
ones.
Those are solid selections. Your most treasured possession.
My dog, Doug. He's the best. He's the best dog. He's like, like a little 20-pound gray terrier. He's wonderful with the children. He was, we got him in California. He's just the best. He's the best dog. He's the best dog.
So how long have you had him?
Going on like 8 or 9 years. So he's been with us through a lot. He evacuated with me when I was evacuated for the fire. He drove cross country with my husband when we moved because we were not going to put him on an airplane. He's too posh for that. But now the boys just adore him.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine our life without him.
Love it.
Yeah.
What talent would you most like to have?
Oh, jeez. Oh, well, is it a talent?
I don't know.
My kids and I talk about like, what would our superpower be?
Oh, okay. Like it?
So I'd like to clone myself to be fun mommy and work mommy. That's what I would like. That's the talent I would like, to cloning ability.
That's really good. I like that one. I mean, when you put it that way, just again, tyrant versus generally nice person.
So I could just be regular mommy and then work mommy. And that would be terrific.
Yes. If you were to die and come back as a person or a thing, whom or what would you be?
Who or what?
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you came back as a person, obviously, who would you be? If you came back as a thing, what would you be?
I would probably come back as a dog, honestly. What a dog's life is lovely,
that's good
right?
for them. Right, yeah.
You get to lay around all day. Sometimes people take you and go for a walk. You play when you want. You eat the same food every day without having to think about it. A dog's life is the best. I would come back as a dog.
And you talked about superpowers. Well, who are your heroes in your life?
We had this brief conversation yesterday.
We did.
So
hopefully I gave you some time to. So I will, just for transparency here, I
Yes.
did. Lisa did, having studied the previous podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I knew this question would be coming.
I did. And it freaked me out because I was like, I don't think I have a hero. People say like, oh, it's their mother or someone famous, Mother Teresa, whatever. I don't know that. I don't know if I have a person, but I want to emulate people who are generous and creative, caring for each other, those kinds of qualities. So I guess, could you be my hero?
If only I possessed any of those qualities for me to emulate in the first place. So it's really funny. Yesterday, my son had come home and he had apparently been given a similar exercise of who's your hero.
Really?
And he listed this. He's in 4th grade. He listed this 5th grader as his hero because he says hi to him and dabs him up in the hallway. And I thought, man, I mean, you can imagine his mother and I looking at each other like,
what about us?
do we miss something here? Yeah.
Dabs him up in the hallway. I don't know what a dab is.
Oh, Well, I mean, you will
don't
in the coming year or two once you're in elementary school. But the dab is,
Oh, you come in.
right, coming
Okay.
in, and then yeah,
Okay. That's not what I thought it was,
okay,
but
that's what it is.
okay, good. Now I know. Maybe I can teach my 5-year-old that.
Should. Let's see here. Greatest regret, like if you could have a Control Z. Just maybe a regret. If we want to go too far down the trauma hole.
Oh yeah, we don't need to do that with all these strangers looking at me. Come on. Yeah, I try to just live with no regrets in the life. I think really hard about this because I've had like some family stuff go on the past couple of years, and I don't know if I'd want to ever have left home. But then, like home outside of Chicago, but then I wouldn't have had any of the experiences I've had in the past 20 years, like ever. I would have never met my husband or done Fleet Feet, which was a huge, like 9-year commitment and experience. So, although it would have been, I would have built a life in the suburbs,
Sure.
but I don't know. It would have been nice, I guess. But I've built all these other like great relationships with people and experiences, and I guess
And all of that made you who you are today.
it does.
Perhaps
It does.
you would have
Yeah.
been a different person.
Wouldn't that have been weird?
Right.
Maybe I would have been a tyrant.
What? Okay, now I feel like this is just
It's our joke now.
right, but I feel like on some level you believe it, and this is what I'm worried about. Like,
Oh,
there's
no.
character assassination happening here because I lost my cool for
I lose my cool all the time.
20 minutes of bed.
I lose it all the time.
And then it's just again, speaking of regret, like just this was their parting thought as they fell asleep was hearing dad,
Yes. I always make sure we hug it out at the end. Sorry, Mommy, had a really long day. I was really tired. I didn't mean to yell at you so much.
that would be a good idea to recommend that for.
I would strongly recommend that. Build the blocks back up instead of knocking them down.
No, but in mind, I walk away and they're deep in thought of the intellectual stimulation I've given them of what they should be, how they should be behaving or falling asleep or thinking or bettering themselves or.
Yeah.
You're right.
I want to make sure
I
you
think
love
tyrant might be
Maybe we'll find a better word.
just less, less brutal.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I missed this part. Tell me about this 50-kilometer race you were at.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So when I moved to North Carolina, I lived outside of Charlotte.
This would be what, 20, 30 miles?
It was 32?
Okay.
Yeah, 32. So a little bit longer than a marathon, not 100 miles, because that's insane. And I was working in the running store. Didn't have anything else to do because I didn't know anybody in North Carolina. So all I did was run. So one of the long distance coaches was like, I'm going to do a 50K. And I said, that sounds like a great idea. As many of my running stories start like that. I'm going to do this insane race on a mountain.
Right.
Cool. Let's do it. So in Charlotte, they've got the National Whitewater Training Center. So they have man-made rapids, like a course.
Wow.
Very cool. So like the Olympians will train on that. They also have a beautiful like array of trails around there. So it was at the Whitewater Center, and when was it? October? It rained a lot. I got stung by a bee within the first mile of it on my wrist through my watch. I stopped and walked a lot. I thought I got lost. It's only 32 miles. What was I doing with my life? I think I got second to last. It was terrible.
So this is like a trail, not necessarily like a flat
Yeah,
paved road.
Yeah, like
right?
running through the woods.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't particularly hilly. I was just, I was looking something up a few weeks ago, and I saw my time compared to a full marathon. And I was like, I must have walked a lot. It was very slow. I don't think I have it in me to do another one ever again. Ever again.
The 50K.
Right.
What about a marathon or a half marathon?
I'd like to do the Glass City half marathon actually this year. Yeah. So, and then there's
That is a fun and easy course.
Yeah.
And a lovely tour of, kind of the UT, Old Orchard, Ottawa Hills area. It'd be
Yeah.
nice.
So the race course runs through the back part of my neighborhood. So
Okay.
the first year we got here, we're like, oh, the race is going on. So we took the kids in the wagon and the dog, and we were like, had musical instruments and cheering it on. So I was like, oh, I got to do this. So I'll probably do a half this year.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two if I feel inspired, maybe a fall one. But
Churchill's.
I don't know. What's Churchill's?
Churchill's is a half marathon, kind of like by Fallen Timbers area. And then like the end is in the Fallen Timbers parking lot. And obviously the namesake is Churchill of Churchill's Markets.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
You said you were a runner too.
I've done that one. I've done the Glass City half.
Yeah.
Twice or thrice? Maybe thrice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I did Cincinnati last year, the Flying Pig.
Oh, nice. I hear that's a really cool atmosphere.
You
Yeah.
have to go down. It's like
Yeah.
the biggest party.
My full marathon was in Columbus.
Oh, great
which
course.
Also really nice, great flat course. And that was first marathon again, like you're saying, just the euphoria of.
Yeah.
I feel like if you've done one, like you can just carry it with the rest of your life.
Oh, certainly. I'm a marathoner.
Now the bajillions of miles that you ran are, I'm a drop in the bucket, but
I think it is a bajillion by now.
it probably is.
Wow.
I mean,
Think about that.
do you have the same watch for all?
No.
That it can verify?
I got a new one for my birthday last year because the old watch that I had, the wristband broke off. It was so old that I couldn't get a replacement. So we still have it. My husband uses it sometimes, but he just holds it in his hand instead of putting it on his wrist, but it's fine.
Like while running?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he'll just hold it. It'll still do the same thing. It'll still like track the pace and the miles and all that other good stuff, but he just holds it instead of wearing it on his wrist.
So you worked at Fleet Feet, as you said. Do you remember when Nike and Apple first partnered up and you can put the little thing in your shoe?
Yeah.
Oh, that just felt like
That was brilliant.
the world was a whole new world. And
Yeah.
it was really, really, and then what you were your iPod, right? And then they would talk to each other
Yes.
or something?
Yeah, but I think you still had it. They were Bluetooth or something of
Yeah,
the sort. I
right.
don't know if it was Bluetooth exactly, but the same kind of
I think
idea.
it was, yeah.
That was great.
I still have my Nike Plus, because it was called Nike Plus, right?
Yeah.
And I have my 500, because this was like it would read on your watch or on your stats, and once you got to certain milestones, you would go and you would be able to buy a Nike Plus 500 mile club
cool.
T-shirt.
Oh, cool. You still have that?
It was a medium at the time, and depending on the time of year, it can still fit.
Yeah.
Right now is not one of those times, but
I hear you.
yeah. But yeah, that just was crazy. And now that it's all, on your watch is.
Yeah, I can. The technology with, like, I have a Garmin. The technology with all of that stuff is just.
Yeah.
It takes for me a little bit away from the run, the pureness of it, like just going out and running in the woods by yourself, or running down your street and just hearing the leaves or the crunching of the snow under your feet. I do like listening to music, but then I feel like I really should turn it off. One, for safety, and two, just to kind of like experience that, like the coldness of on my cheeks and the summertime burning my skin, getting sunburned, stuff like that. But
which all sounds lovely, but for me, it gets drowned out by psyching myself out because I can hear myself out of breath. Right?
Yeah, it's okay. That's when just turn the music up the next.
But yes, ma'am, this has been great fun getting to know you. Thank you for hanging out. And,
yeah, thanks for having me.
Toledo's lucky to have landed someone of your caliber. So
thank you, Nabil.
thanks for being here. And thank you for tuning in. Shout out to Nicole again. Should we give her another shout out?
Shout out to Nicole Anjouet. She's the very best.
Can concur. Have a great day.
You too.